Many thousands of miles. How you doing, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I snuck in here. Benny and I have been out here with Ella the whole time. There he is. I'm on the phone right now. It's just a little impromptu video because I wanted to catch up with you guys, let you know what's going on here. Well, we're packing up. We got the safe all wrapped up here for right now. Neighbor's going to come by tomorrow, and we're going to lay it down on its side on this pallet with the rubber matting, and then we're going to wrap it up some more with some plastic wrap and then strap it to the pallet. And then he is going to make an attempt to get it up on our new flatbed. That's our new to us flatbed. This was old Charlie. If you guys remember, this was the Charlie that we did the Henry's Tropicool, the roof stuff that the kids and I did. It worked great, but there was just way too much damage to salvage Charlie. Not because of the roof, but because of everything else that had ever happened before we even bought him. Hindsight being what it is, I should probably be a better shopper of RVs, and I'm not. So, suffice to say, fast forward a few years, and now we have ourselves a flatbed. Yes, the kids and I just got done doing this. Ben and Ella did all of the welding and all the electric on this. And good news, the electric works. Yes, we got LED brake lights. We're going to do a second coat of paint on it. Right now, we did a Rust-Oleum oil-based, the paint primer kind of stuff, and we sanded everything down and we painted him this morning, and then we were able to put the decking on. Look at that. We got the decking on there. It is awesome. It is 2 by 8 by 16 feet. Well, actually, it was 2 by 8 by 191 inches. That's right. Just shy of 16 feet. But yeah, we salvaged the whole trailer. We had to redo the wiring. We even, last minute yesterday, we actually put some bracket points here. These right here, we just did. I'll show you this again. We did these right here. We did 5 on each side, and we did 1 in the front here and 1 in the front on the other side. I had my old job box that we ended up sanding and priming and painting. And then we bolted it to this cross brace. I'm hoping to do a little angle iron across here, and then we can bolt it on the back there. But that'll give us something to put the wheel chocks and tie down straps and everything. So yeah, so if my neighbor can get it, we're not sure. His John Deere, I think it is like a 700-pound rating. And the safe weighs 1,000 pounds, 1,070 or something like that. So if he can't get it up on the trailer on Charlie, then I have a skid steer coming on Monday, and it's got forks, and all I needed to do is just come in here, pick it up, and then drop it on here, and then they can take it away. But I had to buy 4 hours, and it's like $250 or something like that. But not as bad as the lumber. At the recording this video, it is the 31st. Today's the 31st, and yesterday Ben and I went to Lowe's, and a local hardware home improvement store, Lowe's, like Home Depot, Menards, stuff like that. We went to the local Lowe's, and we picked up these 9 2 by 8 by 16 foot pressure treated boards. And normally they would have been maybe, 25, $26, something like that. They were nearly $60. And once we put the safe on here, we're actually going to build a basically a shoebox. We're going to put a shoebox on here. And then we're going to fill that shoebox with a bunch of stuff like our ladders and steel for welding and projects and a bunch of other things. And then we're going to put a lid on top of it, and we're going to wrap it in that plastic wrap material really good and tight to kind of keep it waterproof. But we had to buy 2x4s, and we had to buy that OSB, half-inch OSB, or I think it was like 15-30 seconds or something like that, whatever it was. But anyhow, OSB would have cost right around $17 a sheet, 4x8 sheet. And we paid almost like $36.
Yeah.
It's like $36 a sheet. We need 10 of those. And then 2x4s. Well, we needed 28 2x4s. And normally a 2x4 would run about $2.98. 2 inch by 4 inch by 96 inches. And those were over $7 a board. So that wasn't fun either. So, but anyhow, so we did all that stuff. But yes, so Ben and Ella did all the welding. Did all the cutting. I helped fabricate the fenders because we didn't want to make fenders from scratch. At the time, we really weren't sure how well things were going to go regarding that. And what ended up happening is, maybe hindsight being what it is, we probably should have just manufactured our own. We could have probably built some of ourselves, but we had them. I bought them off of Northern Tool, And so we had to make them fit. So Ella and I kind of modified them a little bit and did that. So I did some fabricating, did the cutting, did some grinding, left Ben to do all the electric, and left Ella to do all the welding. It's what they want to do. Ben would like to do electrical work. Ella would love to become a welder. So have at it. Well, we don't really care how pretty it is right now, as long as it works. And I gotta say, the welds on this thing from the factory, oh my gosh, it was like a blind monkey with one arm had done it. And that's probably an insult to blind monkeys with one arm, because they could probably do a better job. The welds on this thing were horrible. Oh my goodness gracious. So I actually had to redo some of the welds that the factory did horribly. But yeah, we did everything. And then we ran cross bracing in between here too. So they had ribs that was kind of S-shaped, kind of an S-shaped kind of sheet metal bent steel. Not even an 1/8 inch. So there was that on there, but there was only, I think, 3 or 4 of them. So we ran 3/16 inch thick, 3 inch by 3 inch angle iron across here, and we did ribs. And so we did 5 of those, I think. We did 5 of those ribs across here, and then we lag bolted with 1/2 inch by 3 inch lags. We lag bolted across there. So there's 2 lags in every 2x, but they're lagged and attached to the 3/16 inch thick steel that we welded in ourselves. So all the other cross bracing is for support. The trailer was rated, the axles, there's 2 torsion axles, and they're each rated at 3,500 pounds. And we added, maybe, 400 or 500 pounds in steel, but this will definitely be plenty for what we wanted to do. So right now, the next step is yes, we have to do a couple things. One, I'll take you back here. One of the things we're going to have to finish up is right back here. We just finished the decking. So we have a piece of 3x3 angle iron that we're going to put across the back here. And then we're going to weld that. Then we're going to paint that all up, and then that'll be done. And then we got to finish painting the box in the back there. And then, like I said, then when we get the safe on here, then we'll build the big shoe box on top of it. And then we'll just fill it with the ladders and the steel and everything like that, and just kind of go that way. But super happy with it. I couldn't be any more prouder than these two, because they tackled it all themselves. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to take the wheels off too, because we got to paint the wheel wells inside the wheel wells there. But super happy with it. Ben ran all the electric. We got all brand new wiring, including the 7-pin. So the 7 pins on here, as well as our box here. So we got the 7-pin, and what's nice too is we took it for its maiden voyage. We actually had to build the trailer, and then we had to take it to Lowe's yesterday and load the trailer with it. So that was the maiden voyage, using all the new wiring and stuff Ben did, and the brakes worked. Everything was great. So super excited, very confident it's going to work for our trip to Wyoming. The trip to Wyoming, I did do an Instagram post a little while ago about it, but to let you guys know what's happening. So far, let me see here. Let me change it on here. I'm trying to make sure I watch the camera, and I'm not used to doing it on my phone. Right now I have a surgeon scheduled appointment when I get to Wyoming, and we're going to do everything in Wyoming. It's going to be the easiest and the best thing for me. I'm going to be out there with the kids, and it sounds like we might be able to plan surgery for the mid to end of May. And if that's the case, then Kasha's got about 2.5 weeks off. She planned on being in Wyoming. So if I can have my surgery at the end of May, she'll be there in case there's any issues or I need to be coddled with. But we're going to do that. So I have that set up. So hopefully all the doctors here are sending everything over there like they said they would a week ago. We'll plan that okay. But otherwise, the house is boxed up. We have probably, I'll say maybe 75% of the house already packed. I didn't really touch anything in the shop, although most of the stuff is boxed up that's upstairs. We're going to have to box all that up more once we get the truck here. So ultimately is load this up, get it filled, stick it off to the side. And then we went ahead and we got U-Pack. It's by ABF. Pods, actually, we checked about Pods, and Pods can't use Gillette because there's not a hub near there. So they actually recommended U-Pack. U-Pack will bring a 28-foot trailer, 8 feet wide, 9 feet tall, 28 feet long. We get to use 27 feet of the internal dimensions. And that is going to go in the driveway here, and we'll load that. And if we need a second one, we already have a second one reserved. So we're going to go ahead and then pack that second one up, and then they're going to drive all the way there. And they have to go from hub to hub, so they got to drive past us to Denver, and then from Denver to Gillette. It is what union stuff, they said, something like that. I don't know. But anyhow, we can't have anything bigger than a 28-footer coming around here. We live on a little bit of a hill. It's kind of sloped, although it doesn't really notice it there. It does kind of drop down. If you guys have seen my videos in the past, you know that there's a driveway, it goes downwards. So we need about 40 feet with the ramp to be able to walk up the ramp and load the back of the truck, and we'll have that over here. So we're gonna do that, but so far so good. It's like, being tired is just normal. It has how it's always been. Always have a constant dry kind of sore throat when I'm swallowing and things, but I don't know if part of that's that, or if it's the fact that now we're entering allergy season here in the Pacific Northwest in Washington State. So Ben and I, even Ella, we've been sneezing and running noses all day. So we got that going. But I wanted to let you guys know what was going on here, because again, the kids did great. Ella was in there welding and fabricating everything, and Benny was in there running the wiring and learning on the schematics and stuff like that, because it was really hard to find the right thing that he needed to find, to do that. But we got it going. We got it figured out, and super happy with that. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna let this video, I'm gonna go and upload everything off my phone, because that's pretty much how I did this whole thing. I didn't take the camera out. It's been a while since I used the camera, since actually I talked about old Trip and everything. And hey guys, I do appreciate it, man. So many of you guys gave me a lot of great feedback and a couple of good emails on what I did back here with Trip and everything. And yes, I still have them. Yes, no fender flares. And oh, real quick, the other thing I did too is, if you follow Instagram, you'll notice that I put some pictures of Hellwig. I actually picked up a couple of Hellwig helper springs for the back of Trip. They're rated at 2,000 pounds. And so I got those. And I think it was, I forgot now if it was S&B Truck Springs or something like that. I forgot. I really forgot the name of the company. If I remember, I'll try to link it down below. But the really helpful guys over in New Jersey or New York area. But I got a couple of 2,000-pound helper springs I threw on the back of Trip. Super easy to do. Didn't take me very long. I ended up having to get new U-bolts though, because it adds a bit of thickness to your spring pack. And the original U-bolts I had were too short now. So I got some from Mike at Off-Road Warehouse. Thank you very much, Mike, for that. I do appreciate it. He was able to hook me up with what I needed, and at a pretty good price too. So I can't believe, I can't thank him enough for that. And I think there are Max Tracks, I think is what he called them. I'm going to put you guys down here for a second. I think there are Max Tracks, Maxis or Max Tracks or something like that. Let me turn you over here real quick. I'll point you in the garage, and I'll see if I can find them. Here we go. Yeah, I got a new set of heavy-duty ones right here. So there we go. So I got to put these on now. This will be the next project I do, because I just want to make sure my bolts, I got one bolt that's pretty short. It's right at the edge there. So yeah, that's kind of, look at all the stuff we got back here, all the boxes, everything's piled up. We got that room just about empty as a pantry area, as well as food storage and the safe and everything like that. And then there's a ton of boxes in the downstairs basement area, as well as upstairs. So yeah, that's it. So guys, I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you for all the support. Definitely feeling the love, guys. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. We'll see what happens from there. But I promise I'll keep you guys off the speed. I'm not going to keep anything from you. And like I said, a lot of you guys have been here for me for the last 6 years since I started this all. Especially Jeff, my buddy Jeff. Big shout out to him. You guys remember Jeff? He was the guy that got me started in all this. He's the one that just sparked. He had that flint and he just got that spark going, and then that was it. The rest is history. So Kasha's awake. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to do all that stuff. I'm going to wrap this video up. So again, thank you very much for everything. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Tristan. Thank you, Nate. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Bill and Dave and Greg and Rui and Kasha and Jennifer and Patrick and everybody else. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, I'm forgetting so many people. Thank y'all. You know what it is. You guys are a great family. Love you. Have a good one. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.